Welcome to Tech Compilation. So today in this tutorial we are going to discuss one of the very important feature which is available into the Dell Boomi, that is the AtomQ connector. So in our previous video we have already discussed regarding the disk connector, like how we can receive the data from the on-premises disk. Today we are going to discuss one of the connector which is available called the AtomQ. So the we are hope so we are familiar with the queue and topic kind of the destination. So if you are using the any messaging service called the EMS, TIPCO EMS, whether you are able to create the queue and topic for the destination where the sender or publisher is able to send or publish the messages. So in the Dell Boomi, within a atom, there is the provision where you can create the queue you can create the queue, and that queue can be used by using the atom queue connector when the processes can basically send and receive the messages. So in this tutorial we will see how by using this atom queue we can able to send the messages on the atom queues connector, how we can receive the messages from the atom queue connector, and we will also see by using the particular atom how we can do the queue management. So if you are using the queue for the messaging, which means we are using the point-to-point connections here. So for that we have already developed one of the interface, or you can say one of the application in the Dell Boomi. So I will just wanted to go through you what we have done inside that. So to create the atom queue, first of all, you need to create one of the connections or one of the component. You can see the queue. So queue component is the necessary you need to create, because this is the primary thing which basically indicate the and provide the informations what is the queue name. So whenever you are talking about you are using the queue component, okay, so how you can create the queue component? You can go to new component, select here, you will get queue. So this is nothing but our that is the queue. Okay, the what kind of component we are creating, so type of the component is basically queue, and that is the queue component our the atom queue connector can use it while it is the receiving or sending. So by using that option I have already created one queue, and I have given the queue name is the queue point to point message. What is the queue type? I am using the queue type as a point to point. If you need the publish and subscribe model, like where one publisher is publishing the messages and there are the multiple subscribers, so you can use these options. But here we are going to use the point to point. So once you provide these two information, we are done by configuring the atom queue. Next, I have created the two processes. So one process is doing nothing but just publishing the message on the queue. The second is the receiving the publish or sent message from the same queue. Okay. So how we have configured this, we will see, and we will go through each and every process. So this is the start step. So this is the no data step, start step. This is the message step I have used here. I have put one of the, what you can say, the file format message I have put here. This is also the hard code value is there. I'm using this particular connector set. So in that particular connector set, I have used the atom queue. What kind of action I have opted here, chosen? So I have chosen here send. So you have the send or get. So when you are sending the messages on the atom queue, you have to select the send. Whenever you are getting from the message queue, you have to select as the get. What is the connection I am using? So I am using the connection nothing but my atom queue connection. So one of the connections I have created. So this is the connections. So this connection is pointing to nothing but our the atom Q component. So we need to create the atom Q connection, which must be referred to our the atom Q. So by using this magnifier glass, we will be able to select like which atom Q we wanted to use for our the atom Q connection. So same I have selected here. Once we select the connection, because we know for each and every type of the connector, the two important thing is once we select the action, you need to give the connection as well as the operations. So we have the established the connection here. Now it's matter to select the operations. So which operations I have selected? So I have created one operation called send atom Q connector operations. So this is the in the send atom Q connector operations. The connector action is the same. Okay. So why this is populated as the send? Because here we have selected the action is a send. So because of this send, this is the pre-populating and we don't have the any option to select it. So this is the option like connector action is equal to send. The batch sizes you can specify as you need it. If you wanted to do some archiving, tracking, caching, you are able to do. Yeah. So we are not doing anything. So we will leave it like that. So our connector shape, while the connector shape is ready to send the messages to the atom queue. Now we are simply ending this message. Okay. Now we will see this receive from atom queue. So receive for atom queue process is doing nothing but our the connector shape is the atom queue. Action is get. What is the connection? So connection is the same, the atom queue connection. So whatever we have taken from the taken into the send to atom, we are using the same atom Q connections, and here the Q component is pointing to the atom Q. Okay. Now we are going to the what is the operations we are doing. So we have created the receive atom Q connector operations. So looking into these operations, if you see because of the our action is get, the pre-populated connector action is get, we can specify the timeout. Here is the minimum number of the document. So this is the similar number of the kind of the pre-page. Okay, so this is the what is the minimum number of the document that needs to be fetched. If you interested, you can opt for the archiving, tracing, or caching as per your requirement. So for this tutorial, we don't need this, so that's why we haven't specified. So this is how we have configured our the atom queue. So we have created two processes, which is going to one process is sending by using the atom queue, the another process is receiving with the atom queue. So let me test this. So because here no on-premises component or in no dependency related with the on-premises artifacts. So we are free to select the cloud related item. So I have selected a test cloud. I'm running it. So we'll see what is happening. So here you can see one of the message has been published. You can see this message has been published. Now where that particular message reside, because our receiver is still not active. Okay, so we will see where that message gone. So we need to go to the new. Okay, so we have already opened this. Okay, so let's see. So while we are going to the atom management, okay, so inside that atom management, whatever the atom we have selected here. So our selected atom was the test cloud. Okay. So we have executed using the test cloud. So while going to the atom related information, we can able to see there is the one tab called the queue management. So once you click the queue management, we can able to see whatever the queue we have created. So this is the queue point to point message which we have created in our queue component, and by using that only our send process has sent one messages. So you can say there is the one message here. So there are few of the action where we can say you can view the messages, clear messages, delete these queues. Okay, so let's see view the messages. So here you can say this is the message. Okay, now if we select this message, okay, what we can do by using that message. Okay, so there is the number of document one. We have the option. We can see the what kind of message and what is the actual content of the that message we can see. So here, view document details. So here we can able to browse the basically queue to look into the what was the content of that particular message. So this is the content we have received. Fine. So now we are going back to our queue management. Because I wanted to make sure like while yes, so here we have the queue and one pending message is there. So we need to check like whenever I will start my receiving process. Okay, so that inside the queue management we should not see any the pending messages. So now this time it's time to start or test this receive from atom queue. So I'm going to consume basically that pending message which is available on the atom queue. So this is the good basically like whenever we are planning to implement the asynchronous communication within an atom, whether one process is able to publish the messages and that is the consumed by the another process. So that is the good way by using this queuing we can achieve this. So you can see this has triggered and is able to successfully receive the message. If you see here, so that message is nothing but our the hard code message which is the published by the send process. Now it's time to look into the queue management. So here just refresh it. If you see the pending message count which were earlier 1, now it's gone. So that is the 0, which means that has been consumed. Okay, so this is the very interesting features which is available. So whenever there is a need where the like there the external world messaging system or any application which is not using the external world, and within the Dell Boomi the atmosphere in environment within the a particular account within the atom, if you are interested to use to to design your processes which follow the MOM based architecture. So this is the good. By using that you can enable the asynchronous type communications. So hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for your time.